Heyo, and welcome back to Wild Beyond the Witchlight, a D&D 5e adventure. This is session 5. My name is Andrew, and I'm honoured to be playing Nightmare Dark Killer. Yeah, that's it. Next is Andara.
All right, guys, my name is Kels, and I'm playing Andara Clifdane, a human warlock, sorceress, and friend of mermaids.
I am Derivative. I am playing Evie, the human wizard.
I am Haji, and I am playing Keaton, the illusionist.
And I am Cam, and I am playing, I guess, everybody else, except for Fergus. That's just to say, I am the DM, and I am going to be doing the recap for tonight. So we started the session last week, dealing with a little bit of tension. There were some goblins that wanted to throw out Nightmare out of the Witchlight Festival because, well, he used magic on the snail racing attraction, knowing that it was, well, against the rules. Through some shenanigans and some convincing from Keaton, from Evie, and from Fergus as well, they kind of convinced the goblins that he basically was sick, that he couldn't control his magic, sort of as if he was a sorcerer, this the wild magic sorcerer, more or less. That's kind of what they ran with. And after that, they they already knew about, they were chasing basically this, oh my god, I forgot the name of the race.
Giant snail race? Kenku.
No.
You mean?
The Kenku. There you go. Kettle theme, the Kenku. And they already knew that that she had stolen this mime's voice. So one of the goblins went and, well, fetched Candlefoot, the mime, and through like sort of like a voodoo doll, more or less, that had like some thorns around the throat. Kettle's team, the Kenku, released the guy's voice, and he started, well, talking in different voices, just mimicking everything. And then Candlefoot, after regaining their voice, ran away, looking for for Palasha, their girlfriend. He wanted to propose, but it had gone very, very wrong. But we put a pin on that since Andara was missing last session. We will pick up on that. That's where we'll start. But after that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think after that, it was, I didn't take such conscious notes last week. But you guys went to the Pixie Kingdom. I'm not sure if, I think it was right after that you guys went to the Pixie Kingdom.
Pretty much.
If I'm not mistaken.
Looking for even smaller sliders.
Yeah. There, the group, everyone but Andara, got turned into fairy size, basically, pixie size, very, very tiny. And they were also given pixie dust, so they were able to fly for around an hour or so. You guys basically played hide and seek in there with some creatures that were a little bit talkative, and almost spoiled, and managed to spoil your hiding places for some people. There were some creative uses of some illusion spells on Evie's and Keaton's behalf. And after that, the like you guys left the ride, you just hung around, you ate some little things there, and then after you turned big, you went aside to discuss what your plan would be for the monarch coronation. And basically, you were like, okay, should we steal this? Should we take like a more gentle approach? Should we talk to them? Or you're kind of in the midst of deciding when Burley, the the bugbear, approached you guys with a uh, petition to help him basically discover what had happened to his brother. He told you guys that some people had disappeared from here, and it was kind of suspicious, and his brother was one of those people. So they basically asked you to maybe if you could coerce Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to talk by stealing the pocket watch that Mr. Witch carries around. And he also invited you to talk to both of them since you guys helped the festival become very festive. Um, Basically, everyone around the festival is happy, and you guys have had a lot to do with that. And you guys went, and I think we ended right after you guys had the chat with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, if I'm not mistaken. And we put a pin on the reunion just to see what Andara was up to on the side of the river behind the Hall of Illusions. So, after that long and very erratic recap, we come back to behind the Hall of Illusions. You see some fireflies are like running around this tree here, and the river is like flowing slowly. You are currently Candlefoot is not there, so I'm going to move him away from him in a minute. But you are sitting right next to Palasha, the mermaid. She's like half submerged in the river and like half on the outside. She has like her chin on top of her hands, and she's just like there, moving with the water's flow. And you had asked her how a human and a mermaid would work, how the relationship and the logistics of that were. And after a little bit of an explanation, she asked basically if you had anyone important in your life. That's where we left off with you and Dora.
Oh, we're going all the way back here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So at that question, Andara will kind of lean forward and she'll be like, oh, well, I mean, I've been courted by many of the most influential and wealthy people of the Sword Coast, of course. I mean, there was Baram, he was the first mate of one of the ships in Luskan. There was the young Baron of Daggerford. There was Lord Antios's son. There was Lord Antios's daughter. But yeah, I mean, none of those really worked out. And she kind of goes on in this vein for a little bit, talking about all the gossip of the high society of the Sword Coast. And then she realizes that she is talking to a swan in a carnival, and she kind of drops the facade a little bit. And you're not impressed by any of this, are you?
It was, well, I I am. I mean, I've lived my whole life in the carnival, so first mates and high society in a big city. Well, sounds exciting. I don't think I could land any of those. Probably. I've been between weird people my whole life, such as myself. So it really is really fascinating. But you know, you don't have to talk about it if you don't feel like it. Uh, Hi, Period. Welcome.
Ew.
Hmm.
What's up? Okay.
Okay. Um. So, just to catch you up, for just we're doing the chat with Andara and the mermaid. And as she's like, she seems like excited and interested in your story. Because it's a whole different life, I guess. Um.
Pretty different.
Yeah. Um. You see Candlefoot, like very clumsily running this direction. Um, he right now looks very monochromatic, sort of like green. His skin looks pale, but has like this green tint on it. Um, and he's carrying like this bouquet of like white flowers. Um, and he gets to Palasha, and he kind of kneels almost right next to you, Andara. And he like grabs one of her hands as he like lets go of the flowers. Palasha, hiya. Um, I'm sorry. I whew, my my voice gets stolen. I didn't really mean for any of this to happen. I didn't mean to ghost you or like give you the cold shoulder. I just didn't know how to communicate. Um,
I'm gonna
and
back up like a good 10 feet because this seems like an intimate moment.
all right. Um, and Palasha starts like she basically answers that that doesn't matter. He's a mime, so they would have figured something out as to how to communicate. And you see as Palasha speaks, his attire, his skin, even the roses that he was like carrying around, they start getting more colorful. And you realize
Ah.
that he's not dressed in full green, but he has like this green like sort of like quote unquote dress, but his hat seems to be a little bit like yellow, and so are his like leotards, and he's got like black black shoes, and his skin is a little bit uh like tan, like very like if he had lived
Mm.
by the beach or something like that. But it's like a really very different skin. And you see the roses that the flowers that he's carrying around start like turning all sorts of like different colors, and they seem to like make a rainbow basically.
Cool.
And they just kind of start talking. And Candles would just apologizes. I'm sorry. I know in hindsight, it does sound dumb. I think I could have probably mined my way through what I was what I was about to do. And he grabs her hand and he pulls out like this ring box. And I even followed Alia like snap practices. This is like couple 3 of my paychecks. And he kind of opens the ring books and you see this like diamond ring in there. As the light from the moon kind of hits it, it just kind of turns into a few like nice colors. Goes, Palasha, will you? And he just takes a deep breath. Will you do me the honor of marrying me? And she just goes, yeah, yes, of course. And she's gonna he like slides the ring into her finger, and she like goes back into the water and starts like jumping and makes this like starts singing with her angelical voice. And you see his attire. You have now seen what it's supposed to look like. But right now it just starts like changing and the colors start like get more vibrating, and even like go through the whole rainbow and whatnot.
Oh,
And
I wonder what it looks like when he's horny.
Ugh, you don't want to know.
um, and
So I'm gonna cast minor illusion and make it look like there's like confetti falling around them and some doves. Just like add to the moment a little bit.
nice. See, Palasha, like after a few um seconds, like about a minute or so, like gets closer to the edge of the river, and she just looks at you and Dara and goes, "Thank you, thank you very much. You managed to calm me down, and I really appreciate it if you could. I don't have much to offer, but if you ever want to maybe learn how to sing, not that you don't know, I'm not sure. Um, if you if you're interested, I could give you tips. Um, you know where to find me. I think I'll go back to my attraction before Mr. Clyde realizes I'm gone. Um, and Candlefoot just makes this really uh nice and like very deep bow. And she goes, well, if my lady is in your debt as you helped her, so am I, stranger. Uh, as he like approaches, he goes, oh, you're not a stranger. You helped the other couple with the proposal. Huh. You're quite a matchmaker, maybe? Something like that.
Seems to be a theme of tonight.
Well, thank you again. I'll just walk with Elisha to her place and
A bowl.
come back to the Hall of Illusions. And you see he starts like walking right next to the edge of the river, and very slowly he starts like swimming, and she like comes in and comes out. They're having like a nice chat, basically, as they just walk slash swim away. And you are left alone here by the side of the river. What would you like to do?
So how much time has passed? Is it about time to go looking for my companions?
I have an idea. I think one of the last things we said last week was Nightmare and Kettlesteam were heading off to look for Andara without the others. So I could appear now if you'd like.
Yeah. I'll say both of you roll perception checks just to check how much time it takes for you guys to meet each other. All right.
A while.
9 and 11. Guys, we're like at the Pixie Kingdom. Yeah, it takes you like a solid maybe 20 minutes or so. You guys were kind of close by, but you end up going in like different directions of this like main ring down here. And like you miss Andara. She just like realized, no, that person might look a little bit like Nightmare, and goes like into a booth or something, and you guys like pass by.
It looks like Nightmare.
That's a good point, actually. But I guess you guys end up meeting somewhere around here, a little bit close to the Hall of Illusions. And you see kind of...
Oh, wait, that's my other character's voice. Andara! What's going on?
Nightmare.
Where have you been?
She kind of looks at you and she's like, "But you know your makeup's all smeared."
He turns away and says, "I know, it's how I like it." And then he scans for a bathroom with a mirror. Or maybe the Hall of Illusions would do well.
There's a lot of mirrors in there.
There are a lot of mirrors.
Knowing his luck, he'll probably find the mirror that shows you with perfect makeup. So he'll just look at me like, "I'm fine. I'm getting out of here."
We're good here. So the mime and the mermaid are back together. Very happy story. What have you guys been up to? Where are the others?
They went to talk to the bosses in the staff area, but me and KS didn't really want to go.
Oh, so I just noticed that you're hanging out with Kettlesteam now. Okay.
And you the skeleton says, "Hi, how are you doing?" And you see there's like 3 or 4 voices mixed in there. No longer,
KS is pretty cool. They're just misunderstood.
So you mean I missed out on the chance to meet these carnival owners again?
Looks like it, but apparently there's only about half an hour until the Monarch show, so I'm sure you get to see them there.
I'll have to do, I guess.
So just real quick, the 3 of you, Ivy, Fergus, and Keaton, as you like leave the meeting and whatnot, what you guys planning to do? You planning to do something, or you just meeting up with the rest of the group?
I'd imagine if it took them about 20 minutes to find each other, that we would maybe be wrapping up our conversation with the owners. And I want to say we definitely need to find them to talk about a plan for the monarch crowning, because we definitely want everyone up to speed for what's about to go down. So,
What is about to go down, Keaton?
Keaton will start searching for them.
Okay.
Evie will follow.
Evie, you know what's going on.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
Okay. But I'll say that the three of you just roll perception checks.
Yeah, we knew where they were, so like we can head that direction too. Make it easier on them.
Yeah.
17.
Okay. 2019. So faeries, you get distracted a lot, kind of by the. You see, there's like a lot of like fireflies that are running around this light, and the fireflies end up looking pink and different kind of colors, and it's a nice spectacle. So nice show. So I'll say you guys kind of meet so like around here. You guys won't really be too far off. And yeah, you guys see them like approaching.
Hey, Evie.
Hey, Nightmare. Hey, Andara. Kettle Steam.
Hello. Say very deep voice.
You guys missed out on free tickets, Evie says, holding up the new punch cards that she got. Or I guess she got one new punch card, but...
What, you won again? Damn it, I didn't even know there was another competition.
Yeah, it was easy.
So, I think it's the crowning of the monarch's going to happen pretty soon. Do you guys? We should really talk about what's going to happen because there's a few different things that we could do. One of them still being give kettle steam to the owners as I like glare daggers into the Kinku's eyes.
And Nightmare steps between you and Kettle Steam. That's not gonna happen.
So, Andara, I don't know if Nightmare filled you in, but we were approached by an employee who basically told us that if we were to, Evie's going to look around and make sure that nobody's really like nearby or listening to them, and then she's going to say, slightly lower her voice, if we were to steal Mr. Witch's wristwatch, then Burley says they would do anything to get it back, to keep the carnival on schedule. So that's what Keaton's considering. Keaton wants to fuck with people that made a deal with a bunch of hags. I'm not quite on board with that plan yet.
Well, thanks for catching me up. I've basically been watching the romantic comedy of the Witchlight Carnival over here.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Went well. Had a happy ending. Someday I'm owed a singing lesson if I ever find my way back here, which is a bit doubtful.
Keaton takes interest in the idea of singing lessons. That's something I could maybe benefit from in the future.
Yeah. Maybe I can bring a friend, but yeah, I would say my first priority is to find this bay crossing before the carnival closes.
Sure.
That's something that, you know, we can barter with this pocket watch for. Alternatively, we could get on their good side by turning in kettle steam and saying, hey, we found the person that's been, you know, causing so much havoc.
Why are you still talking about that?
Yeah, why are you still talking about that? Say, kettle steam.
You're the only one that likes her.
You're a jerk.
However, I do feel
Don't listen
like
to Kettle Steam.
in every interaction I've had with the owners, I've felt like they're just up to no good. And, you know, as mischievous as Kettle Steam has been, I think what he told us, or she told us, you know, hours ago about him making deals with hags and, you know, causing a bunch of ill will towards Zabilna, and I know you two are very interested in in her and in her domain. You know, I'm more and more on the side of, you know, trying to mess with them and getting them to, you know, do our bidding for once.
I still think we should distract them and get Kettlestein to help us steal the pocket watch instead of throwing them under the bus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The cat bus.
I don't think we need to do both. I think we, you know, we can use her as leverage or a distraction, you know. Concoct some sort of plan for the ceremony.
I'll look at Kettlestein and say, KS, what do you prefer? Skulking and stealing or making a big show of it?
Let's see. Ethan. Tell me something you value on your inventory.
Uh-oh.
This copper piece, I value it.
The
At one
first copper piece you ever got from your dad.
I mean, my most sentimental prized possession is the violet rose,
Okay.
which I tried to give up but was given back.
And as you ask Nightmare to kind of seem like, what would you prefer? You see, she's like walking around this post, and she just kind of walks back to you. She goes with the rose on her hand. She goes, well, I'm pretty good at this, so I prefer this path. And she just kind of hands the rose back to you. You couldn't even sure when she did that.
I'm impressed. I have been doing things similar all my life, and I don't think I've ever been got that easily. Can we trust you to work with us in this and not just, you know, lift it and do whatever you feel like with the pocket watch?
Guys, I told you I cannot go to Brismere. So really I'm relying on you. Figure out what happened to Bill now. I can lift the watch for you guys. Maybe you can give me a couple of buffs. If you guys are magic-y.
Yeah,
People.
We'll be the distraction, you be
We can
the
give
tip of
you-
the spear.
We can give you a big diversion, some, you know, motivational music. I also want to do an insight check to see if he's or she's. God, that keeps throwing me.
I know. Same. Happens to me as well.
If she's being forthcoming about, you know, relying on us rather than trying to screw us over.
You know, Kettlestein is such a masculine name, you know, it's no surprise.
Go ahead and roll
23.
a
Yeah.
insight. Yeah, I mean, she's very like messy and likes to pull on pranks that she doesn't perceive to be that mean, but she seems to be and have been forthcoming with you guys. Like that's like she needs your help basically, so she depends on you.
So, if I may, I think I have something that could help with the skulking and stealing part. So I'm going to use the Mask of Many Faces and the actor feat
Heck yeah.
to demonstrate this. I'm going to turn into Nightmare, or I'm going to make myself look like Nightmare. And
What
I'll
a
just say, "Hey, Mr. Wish and Mr. Light, this carnival's stupid. We want our money back. God."
Whoa! What is going on right now?
That is a very accurate impression.
So handsome.
Kettle just goes, "Whoa, you're good."
Keep in mind, this is Nightmare with impeccable makeup, by the way.
I can tell the difference. One of you's been crying.
Oh,
So I'll
don't you
turn
be
back to myself
crying?
and,
What?
well, Palasha just asked me such probing questions about my love life. I can't help it. Anyway, I'm not sure quite what to do with this, but I think it might help.
So you're on board with this too? I was hoping to have another voice of reason. We're just gonna steal from the carnival people. That's
Well, what's the alternative? I'm an open mind right now, but
I mean, it seems like we do have a pretty clear path into their favor by just being good and doing good things. I mean, we've kind of unintentionally already gotten what seems like halfway there. I mean, I don't know how to measure these things, but
Yeah, considering that we helped two couples get
we've
together, I think that we contributed pretty highly to happiness around here.
and I think that might win us the Monarch prize. But I don't know what that prize entails.
Is there anything?
Go ahead.
Is there anything else around here that we could do to score some more points?
I mean, from everything we've heard, they just seem obsessed with people being happy. So whatever we could do to make people happy, I don't know how to do that, but
And we've only got probably at this point 20 minutes until the thing starts. I don't know. I'm to help too many more people.
Nightmare says, I know where we can find someone else. There was a giant talking cat I saw earlier near the Lost and Found. Maybe they need some help.
Giant talking. You know, considering that probably isn't the weirdest thing that's at this carnival.
Evie, did you give Nightmare your wine?
no, I'm not touching that anymore. I'm off the wine.
Really? Because I have more bottles for you. I mean, you're right, Evie. Like, it really just depends on how we view Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. If we feel like they're people that are in a bad spot and, you know, we can empathize with them and maybe gaining their favor is the right way to go, or if we kind of want to mess with them a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. I guess we don't have a lot of time, but if Burley seems kind of upset with their leadership, I'm just worried if we try to do something, are we potentially going to have like 20 employees jump us immediately? I mean, maybe the employees would kind of be on our side, but we're potentially
they
not
react pretty
just
fast
dealing.
to what happened with the Nightmare.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not only dealing with the owners, but also who knows however many other people that are going to be angry with us.
Well, what really stuck with me is Burley's story. Burley and Hurley, I don't know which one we've actually been talking to.
Burley is the one you know. Hurley is the one you one.
Oh, is that his brother? Is that his brother's name?
Burley, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, Burley's story stuck with me, I think the most, just because what kind of owners keep that sort of information away from, family members. Like, they're involved in it somehow. We don't know to what extent. Which is why I sort of want to mess with them a little bit. But I see your point, Evie. Like, maybe we don't necessarily need to do that. I mean, I have no love for kettle steam. Sorry, bud. But
Yeah.
we could put
Seems to me I feel like we've been here all night, trying to talk to them, have an audience, do fact finding, and it's getting pretty late. It just seems like it might be time for a change in tactics.
I'll go with the group with this. I mean, I don't have any love for the carnival owners. I think they're creepy as fuck. I just don't want to see us all get kicked out or worse.
Yeah.
Expelled.
Exactly.
It's just you don't want to make enemies out of people like them, considering that they might have connections to the bill now.
They already made an enemy out of me.
I will say I can do, if we are just to discuss the plan of a distraction or whatever, there's not a whole lot I think I can necessarily do. Can do some minor teleportation of myself and some illusions, but unless we want to start catching shit on fire, I'm not going to be a lot of help.
pyromaniac.
That sounds
Well,
great.
I mean, I've been on the road for a couple of days. You got to protect yourself.
Well, magically speaking, I feel drained for the day. However, I can always put on a show if need be. Just, be flashy. Just draw their attention. We all also might just want to have a plan just in case not all of us are asked on stage. It could be any one of us up there.
Yes, all of us need. We definitely need to. If we end up winning this thing, we need to plan what to do.
Just as an idea, if we want to maybe eliminate a variable, if Andara can do her disguise again, then we could ensure that no matter which one of us gets chosen, Andara goes up, and that way we just have one less variable to worry about if we want. I don't know if that helps us at all, but...
And I could potentially do the same thing. That would be the last that I can do. But
So they call one of us up and 3 of the same people go up?
Might be a good way to distract them.
Sure.
It's like the ball in a cup, but which
Absolutely.
person is real?
I think they'd like that.
Again, so I had kind of forgotten when we were talking a couple of hours ago that they must not have any protection around their staff. At least you got in invisible and they didn't seem to notice you and you didn't set off any alarms. I was kind of worried about that, but I'd forgotten you had already been successful. But I do still think there's the potential that magical creatures like them might be able to see through disguises or something.
Maybe they're dragons to true sight.
I don't know.
No, you're right. I mean, they obviously have access to very powerful magic at their disposal, so it's not unreasonable to think. But I don't know. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Like, wouldn't that distract them more if they could see that something was awry?
I'll defer to you guys on this. You seem to enjoy making chaos for a living. I study artifacts, so I will just follow your lead.
Let's get in some trouble. Or hopefully not, but if we do, it's still...
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like it could be a memorable moment.
All right.
Kettle seems going to do the lift. If we're asked as a group up there, we'll just wing it, right? Like, we'll all make a distraction.
Everyone doing their own thing at the same time.
If it's just one of us, Andara, do you want to impersonate them and take the lead?
Yeah, I can manage that. So Kettle Steam is. Are you going for the watch or the vein thing?
I'd consider the watch a little bit easier to grab and less noticeable.
Unless we get Mr. Light resting, he will always have the vein on his hand.
Was he the dude floating above the ring last time?
The smaller one.
Yeah.
With that's
The
Mr.
star.
Light.
Yeah. We probably won't be able to get up to him then. Seems like the pocket watch is the only option.
I also have some info on where that's held on his person. Not that you can't follow the chain that's on his pocket to it, but
Who knows, it might split off into 3 chains and then go into 3 separate pockets.
Right. But I'll tell them the pocket I saw it in when they're speaking to me.
Okay.
Tell her. And one other thing I'll do.
Jesus. I think Burley gave you something to cut the chain.
Yep.
I think
Oh,
someone has it. It's okay. I know someone has it, but it's fine.
is it like a tiny pair of bolt clippers?
Yeah, pretty much. Just like pincers and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll hand that to her, and I'll also.
It'd be funny if she already had them, like she stole them from us at some point.
I'll also cast Disguise Self on Kettle's team to
Okay.
have
Wow.
the appearance of a nondescript human. Like just a run-of-the-mill peasant. Like, I'll even just like try to find like someone in the crowd and then make their skin tone like a shade darker and the red hat blue.
Before you do that, before you spend the surplus, and looks at
Actually, wait, this is only cast self. I can't speak to someone else.
yeah, she goes,
Rough.
follows into Andara's footsteps and goes, oh, they can do that as well. And she just kind of turns into what you just described, nondescript human, and then changes into another human, and another human, and then changes into kitten, changes into nightmare, and then just ends up at the nondescript human of the beginning.
Wow, I couldn't pick you out of a lineup if I had 100 guesses.
Well, I think you could, if because you've seen me now. You know. I don't
Being
get-
facetious, but that's okay.
All right, I guess we're doing this. Evie is going to unhook or open up her component pouch and pull out a piece of leather. And then she's going to say a couple of words and cast mage armor on herself. And everyone will first see a kind of magical sort of like chest piece appear around her chest, and then it will fade out, and followed very quickly by a like full body shield that is shimmering all around her in 360 degrees, and then it too, after like a couple of seconds, just completely fades from view.
Cool.
Nice. Okay, so you guys have about 20 minutes. You see some people, not everyone, is going like into the big top. Some are like rushing, especially kids are like rushing their fathers, just like pulling their head. Let's go. We've got only a few minutes. And like because they're gonna try a few other attractions and whatnot. But you know, it's up to you guys. If you wanna just go into the big tub and we just skip, or if you wanna try something else.
I don't think I have anything pressing to do.
Cool. The rest of you guys.
I mean, we have these full tickets. We might as well just go like clear out a food stall or something just for the hell of it. But no wine.
Let's get drunk on funnel cake or whatever, fried food.
Okay. So you guys get like Harry Potter on his first year to school. You just like give it a lot. You guys get like blue frosted cupcake, candied apple on a stick, euphoria cookie, and like as you start like nibbling on, you start like laughing a little bit. No wine, you said. So you can
None
get-
for Evie.
None for Evie. Okay, there's wine aplenty, you guys. One, there's fairy nectar, some pixie tarts, which are like they're like a bite a piece. So when you bite them, they just like become a little bit bigger. You have like a mouthful of tart, and many other candies around there. And then you guys start making your way into the big tub, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Making our way.
Okay. So, yeah, I would say a few minutes pass by that you guys are waiting. Right now, pretty much the same as the Big Tube Extravaganza. There's like only the seats are lit up, basically, and the main like quote unquote arena seems to be like empty at the moment. Just waiting for everything to happen. And yeah, after for a few minutes you hear some like people laughing, and then they start like shushing, kind of in anxious anticipation, I would say.
I'd like to stick with Kettle Steam and give them as much help as I can.
Okay. Anything you guys want to like do in preparation for whatever is coming at the moment? Just let me know. Okay. You guys see the lights go off in the whole tent. And make a perception check, everyone.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Boris. Nine for me.
Okay. And for Nightmare.
I'm back.
Got a 9 too.
Ethan to 17, 9 was a 9, and Dara got a 9, and Evie got a 4.
Had to balance out that 18 I got earlier.
Do a quick roll for breakfast.
Ah,
Oh, he's back.
oh, he's back. Very good. Could you please give us a perception check?
Okay.
Good thing we waited on that.
That was an ad one. Okay. So yeah, you're the only one who notices these eating. You see this massive cat-like creature, almost like a huge puma or something like that.
Completely forgot about them.
With huge butterfly wings on their back that, like, as they move, just flap. They seem to be like escorting Mr. Witch, and they stand like a little bit close to the entrance to the backstage, which you have been in previously. And you see Mr. Light walks out of the backstage, like clear as day, and then the lights like turn on, and there's no quote unquote like shenanigans this time. And people shut up as he just kind of walks in the middle of the arena. You see Burley kind of on the other side of the door to the backstage. And yeah, the creature just like standing right next to Mr. Witch. And Mr. Light, there's kind of music all around, and they just make a gesture with their hand, and you see music just stops. Like at the same moment that he does the gesture. He goes, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate all of you. It's been a very successful evening, and I think everyone seems to be happy. I just wanted to, well, ask for a round of applause for each and all of you, and all of the joy that you guys have brought to this world. You see people like little kids start like clapping up like real hard. Well, I'm not doing this with any shenanigans or really hard showmanship. I think this is a moment to well, honor those of you who have helped the most in bringing joy to each and every one of us. So, without any further ado, you see Mr. Light grab the vein and just like spins it around, and you see like a thread of golden light winds its way and starts like floating. It floats like, and makes like a couple of rounds around every single one of the like levels of the chairs, and just like kids try to grab it, and you see as they do like some sort of like looks like close to pixie dust, but like a little bit like more like golden. It just kind of sparkles around and bathes them in light and almost like floating glitter.
What a show off.
How do you guys distribute it around the tent?
I'm trying to stay as close to the group as possible, kinda.
Okay.
Make sure we're all together.
Yeah, Evie doesn't really have any plans of her own, so she's sticking near the group so she can know when things are going to happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sort of picturing it all as a group, almost like when you're watching the like Oscars and there's like a table of like associated producers and directors together. Like, we're like awaiting our award.
I imagine that Kettle Steam and Nightmare are separate from the rest of the group in the darkest part of the audience.
I'm actually going to be with those two, I think.
Yeah.
Considering if I suddenly turn into somebody else, I don't want it to be too obvious.
Oh,
Okay. Hmm. So,
Uh,
go on.
I was just going to say, you would notice, Andara, as the performance continues, Nightmare's leg starts kind of bouncing, like someone who has too much energy or is waiting for something to go down, like a nervous, like tapping. Does that make sense?
I'm literally doing that right now. Legs are popping. RLS style.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me he's like making a move on Kettle Steam, like doing the.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. But he looks like he's amped up.
Fair.
As see. Yeah, as the thread of light goes on around, stops very close to Fergus, but then it kind of keeps on going, and basically goes into Keaton, just like through your chest, and you feel this warmth all around you, and you see Mr. Light just starts like, yes, there you go, and he starts like clapping. Congratulations, come on up here. I recognize you. Well, seems like you've got a case for showmanship, don't you? Come on in. And people like start like applauding and some like tap like hit you on the back, just like push you to go into the main arena.
Nice. As Keaton is standing up, he's going to take the pixie dust he won from, like, I think it was like the staring contest or something like that. It was the poetry thing, but consume some of that, just relatively discreetly, but not so discreetly, and start walking down the stage. I sense that our plan of Andara switching.
Yeah, that went nowhere.
Since there was like an orb of light that went into me,
Yeah, sure.
probably
Yeah.
not gonna work. So he's gonna start walking down. I'm assuming they're like bleacher style seating, sort of down the bleachers, and then you'll see him cast like minor illusion in sequence and sort of make it appear as he's walking up like a red carpeted staircase up to the stage, when really he's just sort of using the pixie dust to float along.
That's very cool.
It's a Mr. Light.
Okay. Like around this time, Nightmare, you get a tapping forearm, and you hear very low voice. Be right back. From Kettle Steam.
Heck yeah. Guidance.
Okay.
Shit, I forgot my god. Who's my god again? Asmodeus, that's it. I was thinking Leviticus. Asmodeus, bless you. Go get him.
Go get him.
Gotta.
Heck yeah! That's 20.
Ooh.
I bet that was just like it's like the deception check of like not paying.
The stealth check. And then the actual stealing, the sleight of hand will be a nat 1.
Right.
Well, let's wait.
Hopefully they have expertise.
Yeah.
So that's a 29 total for the stealth. So
Heck yeah.
You feel the tap on your shoulder, and you're like,
Where'd KS go? And Dara. Where's KS?
As you turn, she's no longer there.
I'm gonna try to follow her down.
Okay. I'll say everyone go ahead and roll up perception check. She's not trying to hide from you, so you can follow her down.
Would we get advantage if she's hiding from everyone but us?
Sure, I'll say yeah. That's good.
We'd have to roll like a 30, right?
I mean, she's not trying to hide from you guys, so.
Nat 20, baby.
Ooh, nightmare.
Oh, there she is.
Nightmare remembers that they're involved and like can feel the connection.
Okay. I'll say yeah. Nightmare. Very good. You follow her, Andara. You're trying to like be stealthy as she is, or
No, I'm just walking as if I want a better seat.
okay.
Because hey, I was told to provide a distraction, so I'm gonna be ready.
Okay. So you see, she starts like she goes like the edge of the arena and starts walking right next in front of the front row, very slowly, like kind of hiding every now and then. She kind of sits and mingles for a few seconds and then stands up and moves a little bit closer to Mr. Witch.
Where's Mr. Witch in relation to the stage and the like bleacher seating?
So you're like kind of right now in the middle of the arena. He's like 10-15 feet away, maybe 20, to your left, right next to the door that leads to the backstage.
And is it
I
like
see.
a circle arena or is it like
Circle
theater
arena.
style? Okay, so
Circle
there's 360 crowd.
Yes.
And then like a gap in the seating that leads to backstage.
Yeah, exactly. There's like
Heck yeah.
sitting 180, and then the other half is just like the backstage at the back.
Oh, okay.
So it is curtain style, like if you were seeing like an opera. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
And they so you walk up, and Mr. Light goes, well, now for the nicest part of the whole night. Burley, which bring us the crown. And you see Burley brings this, which you had already seen, the hat box with like butterflies on the side.
We should have got kerosene to look like Burley. Oh,
And the carrier seems to be a little bit sort of heavy. And as they're like getting closer, you see Mr. Light just closing in on you, just to whisper at you. You're like, proud of you, kid. You won both things. That's amazing. So you know, you just won the nice ability to fly for a little bit, and just so they start like going on about the mechanical thing. So with the charm of the monarch, you can sprout a pair of beautiful butterfly wings. As long as you have the wings, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed.
Wow.
And you gain a +5 bonus on all charisma-based ability checks.
Whoa!
That's huge. Oh my gosh.
These effects last for 1 hour, and after you have used this charm 3 times, it vanishes from you. So I'm just gonna put it in your like features in your character sheet so you can.
Yeah.
What?
I'm going to use the opportunity of being on stage to, thank Mr. Lights. I'm also going to say there's no way I would have been able to, do any of the things I did without some of the great friends I've met along the way here. And I will personally introduce Fergus, Evie, and Andara, and I'll wave them on stage.
Okay. And they go.
Oh,
"Yeah,
and
bring
Nightmare,
on."
of course. How could I forget? For some reason, I thought you were being sneaky.
Yep, I had down 2.
Okay.
But I don't say Nightmare, I say JJ.
Okay.
Nightmare doesn't move. Nightmare stays in the crowd. He looks really amped up now. He's probably sweating a little bit, clammy palms, and has a big old frown on his face. But he doesn't stand up with you.
Okay.
Well, it looks like some of the group's a little shy. I don't blame them. Being in front of all these people is not everyone's gig. So who all came down?
I did.
I will come down.
When you called Evie's name, she got like a big surprised look on her face and then kind of looked around and then was like, well, I guess we're just going with this. And she did
You
go
don't
down.
have to come down.
Well, apparently everyone else did, and it seems like that's what you wanted. So she's awkwardly going to come down.
I just feel like it'd be fun if we all participate in the diversion.
Okay, so at that moment, Burley makes the rest of the way. He kind of opens it, and you see this crown of basically golden butterflies. And it seems to be, at first sight, it seems to be like 1 or 2 sizes bigger on your head. Mr. Witch picks it up, and they go, "Kneel, kitten."
I do so.
Okay, and they just kind of put on the crown on your head. They grab the vein and touch you on the left shoulder and on the right shoulder. And she goes, "You kneeled a peasant, but you raise the monarch of the Witchlight Festival."
I'll stand up and just for the show, expend a use of the charm, sprout my giant purple. You said they're butterfly wings, right?
Yes.
So there'll be like hints of like magenta and other adjacent colors of like pinks, purples, and blues in there, and they'll sort of sparkle as I sort of bat them or
Heck yeah.
flap them.
Yeah.
So,
Very nebula-like. I imagine it's like space. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And at this point, I imagine everyone has made their way on stage. And I'll address the crowd. So, who here wants to see some amazing tricks and feats? My friends are so talented. I don't want this to be about me right now, but the people who got me here. And I'm going to just sort of gauge the crowd to see their interest in seeing some interesting tricks and talents that my compatriots have.
I mean, people still remember you as the guy who flew in the middle of the big top extravaganza and just killed it. So everyone goes, yeah, tricks.
So I don't want to catch anyone off guard. So if anyone has an idea for something to do, I will gesture towards your character first. If not, I will shoot random. Anybody want to volunteer?
Sure.
Evie, it's you.
Yeah.
You're the random person I was gonna pick anyway.
Of course. Evie definitely, like, when he mentioned us showing off our talents, like, looked even more shocked, and then slowly was like, "You got anything you can throw that you don't care about?" She kind of like tries to whisper this to Keaton.
I hand. So, could be anything?
Just throw it.
I'll throw Evie
A couple.
a few boxes of candy that I haven't gotten rid of yet.
As he tosses them into the air, Evie will wave her hand and say a couple of magic words, and almost like Iron Man style, from her back, a bunch of little mini rockets, magical darts are going to come flying out, and then each box of candy, or at least 3 boxes of candy, I believe, because she's just casting it at first level, will be hit in midair and explode, and then she'll just kind of give a wave of attempted bravado. She has no idea what she's doing, and then bow, and then like look to Andara and step back.
And Keaton will make those. You're basically casting magic missile at the.
Yes.
He'll throw them high, almost like clay shooting, sport shooting, and the missiles will hit it, and then Keaton will cast minor illusion in a manner that like makes them explode in different shapes, almost like the fireworks that like make hearts and stars.
Amazing.
Nightmare doesn't want to admit how cool it looks, but under his breath he's like, damn, that's cool.
Of course. Absolutely. Okay. So you gesture then to Andara. Andara, do you want to do anything? You don't have to. Just.
Sure. I mean, do we have any idea where Kettle Steam is? Or has she disappeared into the mists?
You see right now she's making like her final approach as Mr. Witch has like a smile on his face, and it's just like petting the big puma standing right next to him.
Okay. Does Mr. Witch have a top hat?
Yes, he does.
I'm going to ask him if I can borrow his top hat.
Yeah. He kind of hands it up and makes a small bow to you and goes, "Of course." And he kind of hands it to you.
Thank you, sir. So I'm not as good at this as Keaton, but I'm gonna try to do a little bit of showmanship, and then I am going to summon the Fathomless. He's not going to attack anything, but I'm trying to make it look like he's coming out of the hat and making a big old distraction.
Yeah, if it wasn't mechanically clear, I was hoping everyone would be captivated on stage to where Kettle Steam could do his thing.
Yeah. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give her advantage on the roll basically.
Just on the same page.
Okay. So we'll come back to see if maybe Fergus has something to do. As you know, the tentacle like sprouts out of the top hat, and some kids like, whoa, and then like get close and like try and touch it up, like their hand kind of goes through. And let's see, let's roll the first one.
Oh, and that one. Good to get out of the way.
Oh,
Okay.
as if I'm sort of like looking at Mr. Witch's direction a little bit, and then before we can count that nat one, but before he starts like pickpocketing, I did want Keaton to perform a little bit of song on his lute just to give bardic inspiration.
Okay, cool.
Sorry I didn't call that out before.
No worries. So mark it off, and let's see.
Good call. Heck yeah! Boom! That's 20, baby.
1d6.
Kettle Steam's brilliant.
Yeah, Kettle's team is.
If only they could go to the Feywild, they could just do this whole adventure themselves.
Good ally.
25, 26 total. So Andara and Keaton is like looking in the direction of Mr. Witch. She's like petting, kind of like hugging the big creature, and as she does so, like his coat opens on the right side, and you see very clinically, Kettle's thing just goes off, and you see cuts the chain, and just like with just 2 fingers lifts it up, and she starts like mingling back into the people, and as she catches people distracted, she just uses Mask of Many Faces to like switch into a different person, this time more like a halfling, and start like cheering on, and just kind of sits around and starts moving back to where you guys are. So Fergus, you are in the middle of the tent as well with everybody else but Nightmare. Do you and I mean Evie did some tricks as well as Andara. Do you wanna do anything, or do you not want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna cause I'm gonna use thaumaturgy, and I'm gonna like make some of the lights in here like change color and stuff, kind of like brighten and dim, change color.
Okay.
If I may, I would like just to like invite a kid up on stage while this is happening, and,
Okay.
and say, Fergus here can sense what mood you're in based on, you know, how you're feeling. The lights in this tent will change colors, like a disco movie.
Yes, gold is happy, blue is sad, red is angry.
And purple is nervous, so I'm sure they're gonna start purple. Hopefully, as you see it happen, there's a shift to yellow and gold.
Yep. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna make the lights purple.
Okay. And they go,
And
yeah, they're right.
then as soon as they say that, I'm gonna make it gold. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes,
push
and you
them off stage, and hopefully they turn red. Just kidding.
Come on, you little.
Yeah, you see he like smiles, like his face might hurt of all the smiling he's doing, and you see like a couple of like tears just roll off of his cheeks, and he goes, "Thank you," and they just kind of, Mom, look, that's because I'm happy. And at that moment you see Dorley's like rolling in the they're like super huge clam shell that Alasha was in. And she's there like she's not in her tank, but she's just like sitting with like her mermaid like her tail, and she's kind of moving it. And she starts like singing. And you see Burley after that start like setting off like small fireworks all around. There's like a few clowns that are like showering everyone in glitter, and Mr. Light kind of grabs you by the hand and starts like walking with you around the tent, and she starts like saying hi to people and like giving hugs and like making tricks, making lights appear and whatnot. It seems to be sort of like a parade through the tent, basically.
Does it seem like the owners have taken back over the show now?
No, I mean they seem to be including Keaton still. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, but I don't want to interrupt Keaton and his whole thing, but Nightmare is getting closer and closer to breaking point. Yeah, so I think as they walk past and, you know, do the whole parade thing and everyone seems to be lapping it up, I think Nightmare finally stands up quickly and says, I thought about this, but I forgot my opening line. He stands up and he says, enough of this bullshit, he says, like, at the top of his voice, without
I'm gonna make the
screaming it.
I'm gonna make the lights red for him.
Absolutely. Enough of this bullshit. You're all laughing and smiling and singing and acting like you're all glad to be here, but you've all been fooled. You're all fools. Don't you see that these jerks are jerking you around? And he points at the bosses, not at his friends. And he
I'd
says,
like to think the lights change red at this point.
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And he kind of walks down into the center of the stage, and is just making himself look foolish. And he says, you guys don't know the truth. You guys don't know what they're really like. These guys are evil. This whole place is evil. And you guys are fools. You're laughing and singing. I can't stand it. Yeah. That's all he says for now. I suppose before the bosses would get a chance to do something else.
I'm gonna walk towards, like, pretty much like go to you and like, what the hell are you doing?
Fergus, get away from me, alright? Get away! None of you understand! And he kind of pushes you, you know, somewhat aggressively. None of you get it, okay? These people are evil. Evie, back me up, you know what they did to you, you know what they did to me. And you might not know what they did to him, but he's saying it like you should.
Yeah, no, Evie's eyes are just really wide, and she's just like looking back and forth, and she doesn't say anything.
I was here 8 years ago, like just a kid, an innocent kid, and those two cursed me. And he waits for a reaction. That's his big thing. That's his big accusation.
Okay. As you like start screaming, people are like booing you, like, boo! Shut up! Get out of there! And like people quickly stop paying attention to you. But you feel
Okay.
a big arm around your shoulder. As Mr. Witch goes around and says, "Let's take a walk."
What
shall
the
we?"
fuck? Don't touch me!
And he just goes, "I insist. Everyone is."
I insist you back the
Enjoying
fuck up!
himself.
And he pulls out his lance from his side holster. And his shield off his back. And he says, "You stay away from me. You're the one who did this to me. You're the reason I have to carry these things around because I get hunted. Hunted every month. I get hunted because what you did to me."
And yeah, as people have sort of stopped paying attention to you. Mr. Light's trying to gesture them to stand up, and he's like leaving the tent, and people are like leaving with them.
People are really
like,
leaving? Like, if I was in a crowd of people and this was happening in front of me, I wouldn't be going fucking anywhere.
Yeah, this is more entertaining.
Yeah, like some people are like staying around, but most people have like stood up and are like starting to go like the
Yeah,
behind
that's it.
the light.
Walk away. Don't learn the truth. Keep living your little ignorant lives without realizing what's going on around you.
Alright, I'm gonna get in between him and Light, Mr. Witch, and like pretty much like say like, okay, what is your deal? What are you talking about?
My
hunting?
deal? What about his deal? What's his deal? Why would he curse a 10-year-old kid? Or 8-year-old, actually.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Witch
I need to know what the heck he's talking about. So just calm down.
You see him kind of pacing on the spot, and you see he's kind of shaking. His whole body is shaking with adrenaline, and he looks at you in the eyes, and his dark glasses have slid down his face a little bit in the energy of the moment, and you can see his eyes have become equine, horse eyes.
Okay. There's around 20 people or so around here, just almost from like a semicircle around you from to the left.
He starts feeling cornered.
And Mr. Witch just kind of gestures for people to like get back and let's give him some space.
Stay away from me! He said that he points his lance at everyone in front of him and he kind of circles round.
Mr. Witch just goes, "Well, I've never cursed anyone, kid.
Oh shit!
I'm not sure what we're talking about, but I'm sure there's gotta be an explanation for this, and well, everyone,
You
what
don't
happened?"
curse people? You don't curse people? Then what's this? And he kind of squeezes himself and his muscles as if he's like, you know, basically shitting himself. It looks like it, at least. And a 30-foot
out.
yeah, like he's hulking out, exactly. And his a 30-foot sphere of essentially what I imagine to be a 30-foot sphere of Disney princess energy radiates from Nightmare Dark Killer. And you see there are kind of like every time he speaks, the lyrical notes, the musical notes of his voice kind of drift from his mouth. And where he walks, little flowers sprout and then disappear a few seconds later. And any rodents or small creatures that are around are attracted to Nightmare and start harmonizing with him if he sings. But he's not singing right now. His whole body shakes. His muscles, the back of his thighs and lower back expand outwards, and he kind of, almost like that kind of nebula rainbow that Keaton was describing earlier, kind of shimmers its way up his body like a Sailor Moon magical girl transformation. And his hair breaks free of its ponytail and goes wavy in imaginary wind and turns rainbow colored as he transforms into a unicorn. And he has a 3-inch golden horn protruding from his forehead.
But he's like a centaur unicorn.
He's a centaur unicorn. Excuse me, a centaur unicorn. So he has the torso. The body of a horse. It's black and shiny with a white heart. White love heart on its kind of between its front legs of the horse, and then extending up from the where the head of the horse would be is Nightmare's very pale and very skinny torso, now shirtless, and his hair is wavy and long and rainbow colored.
I'm just gonna be standing there like, what the hell?
This is what you did to me! And I appreciate it every day. No, I don't. God, I hate this. No, I don't. I love it. No, I don't. I hate it. Damn it.
I'm just gonna be like, this is what. I'm just gonna be like, seriously? This is what made you mad? You're a were unicorn.
Yeah, I'll be cursed to be a were unicorn for the rest of my life.
You see, like the people, the semicircle to your left, they just gasp. And Mr. Witch looks kind of confused, a bit surprised. They go. I'm just gonna move a little bit here. And just before we continue with Mr. Witch, what is everybody else, like Zara and Evie, well, Keaton, Mr. Light tried to like get you out, sort of on like a parade, even like leaving the big top. So let me know where you're at, or like if you stayed, if you went. You see Kettle's team like merges into the group that leaves the tent.
Oh, cool.
Well, I guess let me ask this: would I, and this might just be up to you, Ando, but would Keaton have heard you as the parade exited, or was this sort of like in the middle of it where you sort of would have been in the car?
He was definitely doing this before everyone left the tent. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I would have stayed around, seeing that it's, albeit strange, but new friend is having some sort of moment.
Also, his lance and his shield were painted black, but they kind of flaked. The black paint flaked away, and now his lance is rainbow colored, and his shield has a big white daisy on it.
Okay. So like as just retconning a little bit, going off of Keaton's thing. Like people are like leaving, but then they like all flutter like at the entrance of the big tub, and they're like looking like from there. Some people have like left for like a little bit of air, but they all tend to like flutter there, like near the entrance of the big tub. And Mr. Witch just goes, "I'm sorry, kid. I was
Sorry? You sorry?
not aware of."
I accept your apology. No, I don't.
I was not aware that anything like that had happened. But I suppose everything has an explanation. If you could, and you see Mr. Lag kind of gets a little bit closer to you and goes, well, we can, you see they're like, their face is a little bit like awkward. We could maybe discuss this after we've done the parade of the monarch. You see everyone is kind of waiting.
How about you
and he
discuss
looks at
my
you.
nuts?
He looks at you, Nightmare. You wouldn't want to rob your friend of his moment, and you see they're like grasping at straws right now, just trying to.
No, I would never want to rob
dispute.
Keaton of his grand moment of celebration. I don't give a shit.
I'm
Damn
going to
it.
do something bold. I'm going to attempt to get on Nightmare's back, steed,
No.
ride him like it's the
Oh God.
like my glorious mount of achievement. Do you accept Nightmare?
Nightmare?
Yeah, as you jump on, Nightmare's instincts right now are pure good. It's his non-instinctual choices that are normal Nightmare. So at first he rears up in a showmanship kind of way and lets you have a moment to, like, you know, be triumphant on the back of this steed. And then as soon as he lands back down, he realizes what he's doing, and he starts kicking and kicking like a rodeo bull.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt a grapple, and I'm also going to attempt to, like, fly him around.
Heck yeah, I love that.
I have a fly speeder.
No, right, you do.
And I have an AC of 18 right now with my shield out, so go for it.
Oh, okay, so you want me to try to hit you?
Well, you're grappling, right? That's a special attack action.
Yeah, contested athletic check, basically.
Oh, cool.
So, but I need to hit. Do I need to hit first, or just a strength contest?
No, just an athletic check. Yeah, for grappling.
Okay.
Athletic check.
Oh, I'm not very good at athletics. 15, sorry.
14 plus 4, or plus 5, 19.
5, 19.
Oh, I get bucked off and I go flying,
Heck
literally.
yeah. Keaton, what the fuck?
I thought it'd be fun.
So while Nightmare was making the scene, especially towards the beginning before he did his transformation, because I imagine that would have been pretty distracting, but at the start, when he was just yelling and causing a big scene, Evie would have been using that opportunity to look around the tent. I assume that she was still just kind of awkwardly standing on stage while they were like parading Keaton around.
Yeah.
And so she would be using that opportunity to try to scan around, and she wants to do her best to identify the employees, basically see like who seems tense about what Nightmare's doing and who would potentially be someone that needed to be stopped if it came to that.
Okay. Make a general perception check.
Also,
Let's do
anyone
it.
standing within 30 feet of Nightmare would feel the aura of Disney princess energy kind of suffusing them, and if they chose to, they could end one effect like paralyzed, poisoned, confusion, that kind of thing, or gain temporary hit points equal to 1d6, I think.
Okay.
I think it's just frightened.
Oh, excuse me.
1d6. No worries. 14.
Oh, charmed or frightened, excuse me.
1d6 plus your
Plus my cleric level, which is
level.
3. Yeah.
3. So you guys would earn 60 points.
Let me just roll one and see what people would get. Oh, well, that was a 4. So anyone who chooses to can get 4 temporary hit points.
You see Evie, Burley seems to be like kind of. He's not standing aggressively, but he's like getting in a little bit closer. because he's not sure what's going to happen. And you see the clown that was in the backstage area, in the staff area, just like comes on running and stands like at the door of the backstage, and a couple other people are like closing in. They're not aggressive, but they're like expectant, just kind of nervous, acting sort of nervous. And Mr. Light just kind of looks back at the rest of the people, and he goes, "We'll resume the parade shortly." And he looks at you, Nightmare, like out of the corner of his mouth. He says, "And we can speak about this when we are done. I'm sure we can find a
We
solution."
can speak about it when we're done. What are we talking about now?
He goes,
Nightmare.
I'd like
JJ, calm down. And
Go on.
I'm gonna cast calm emotions.
As you cast that, I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
"Okay."
My last spell slot.
I thought you were gonna counterspell, and then I realized.
Absolutely.
That level, yes.
That's everyone, I'm pretty sure. Except Dandara.
Let's see. So, go ahead and
Yep.
roll the charisma saving throw. Nightmare, please. Then, well, I mean,
What? For me personally.
Yeah.
That's a 14, 16, baby. So I don't need to tell the truth.
Oh no. And the one for the calm emotions, then. Please.
Oh, for the calm
Yeah, they're
emotions.
both-
Oh, right, yep.
They're
13.
both charisma.
I rolled a 25 on my
And
charisma.
that's an 11,
11.
so I am calmer. I am calmer.
Let me go ahead and roll for Mr. I mean, would you guys be within 30 feet, everyone?
Yeah, I'm definitely 30 feet.
I don't know. Evie was on stage, so I don't know where
Yeah.
exactly this is happening. So yeah, I mean, if he's near her, then
I imagine it's
sure.
on stage. I would have walked up right into the spotlight.
I got 15, so I'm safe from the truth.
Heck yeah.
Evie failed, realized that she failed, and she has immediately shut her mouth, and she is not saying anything.
Let's see.
At least
What's
they
the,
might be
big
calm
cat
too.
doing during this, by the way?
What's what? Sorry.
Is the big cat like acting aggressive or anything towards like?
The big cat is like he's like standing up and got took 2 steps closer, but he's not doing anything aggressive. They're just kind of looking. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Light has a little bit more charisma. Let's see. That's both are 12 in the end.
Heck yeah.
So I think you know which people failed, I believe.
Did Witch or Light pass the Zone of Truth?
Neither passed the
Heck yeah.
Son of Truth.
That's all I care about.
Let's see. Give me a sec. Any effects, but I'm trying to channel find them. Okay, so Fergus, what do you choose on the like the calm emotions? How do you want it to act?
Basically, I want Nightmare to just kind of calm down a bit and let us actually talk to him without him screaming.
Okay. So yeah, Nightmare, you start. You don't have to tell the truth, but you start like feeling like wind down a little bit, and they just kind of both get a little bit closer to you, kind of try and talk to you. Look, kid, we're not aware of any curse that was placed in you.
Sorry, what? You gotta speak up.
Not aware of any curse that was placed on you whenever you were back here, and we would just like to finish the carnival on a good note, and then we can talk about it. And you see like some people around are like feeling like awkward and kind of stepping outside.
Finish the carnival so you can, so these people can leave and get cursed too? You'd like that, wouldn't you?
No, well, no one wants to be
Nightmare,
cursed.
stop it.
I'm calm, alright? I'm fine.
There you go. No one's been cursed, and he just kind of looks around. Is any one of you guys been cursed today? Mr. Light goes, yes. Has any of you been cursed? I mean, that's just,
I haven't been cursed.
Curse with a good time.
Cursed with these good memories.
Evie, you were cursed by them too. Tell them.
I lost a book. And Evie's just going to have like a very kind of blank look on her face because she also failed to calm emotions. And so she is both in the zone of truth and her emotions are calmed. And so she's just sitting pretty chill. And she's just, I lost a book a while ago. It really upset me.
Yeah,
What?
Nightmare. That's totally different.
You said they did something to you. You said nobody knew how bad it was except you.
I don't remember that. They kicked me out. They were pretty scary. I didn't like that. And they took my book, or at least I can't find my book.
So you're thieves
Kind of
and
butt
cursors. Oh, who'd we lose?
no one.
Oh no, Andara. No.
Andara just heard of her.
Yeah, all good, all good.
Okay. I'm gonna need a story. How did exactly or but we do this after this carnival finishes?
And Mr. Light goes, yeah, I mean, after the carnival is done, we can talk about it, Mr. Witch goes, yes, I think I'll wait for you guys in the staff area. We'll give you clearance to come back. And you see he tries to, like, he goes for his watch, like pulls the chain, and he goes,
As he does that, I want to poke him with my lance, not damagingly, but I want to poke him with my lance and say, no, we're talking about it now. Look at me. Look at me. What do you call this if not a curse? I wasn't like this before I came here.
I'm gonna motion to Light like, okay, while you're ranting, I'm gonna have a motion to Light of like, hey, get everyone out so they can talk.
As you like poke him with the lance, even non-damagingly, you see the panther creature just like, we will talk about it afterwards. Unless you want something harsher to happen to you.
Yeah, when no one can hear it. That's what they want. They want to restrict the spread of information. That's how these people work. You guys don't get it. And he's starting to get aggro again.
Nightmare
Playing his lute and start doing like butterfly barrel rolls and like little what's the pilot group that flies over football stadiums and shit, like Blue
Blue Angels.
Stunts, and start leading some people out.
Okay. You start like leading some people out, and Burley kind of gets a little bit.
Is this
closer
because
as
of
well.
the witches, with the wish witches? He said while there are still audience members around.
And Burley goes, "Hey, Nightmare, should really calm down. It won't go well." And,
Nightmare. There's a giant cat. There's a giant cat thing that will tear you to pieces. So calm down, or you're gonna end up as jerky.
and like Mr. Lag just kind of starts like, well, as he realizes you're like taking some people out. He can go, oh, so the parade is back on track, of course, right on schedule. And he's like trying to like lead some people away. What are you doing, Agner?
Are you afraid of the truth? Answer me.
You go, no, I'm aware of.
Then
Afraid
why
of
wouldn't you
anger.
say it out loud in front of everyone? If you're not afraid of it, then you should be able to say it.
We're not going to say anything. I'm just afraid of anger, and I think you're riled up a little bit. So, as I said, if you want to talk about it later, we can do so. Or, I'm going to start leading the people outside as I see some of them are.
Why don't you
getting
tell
amped.
everyone what happened to Hurley? What happened? Did you kill him?
And they go, Harley left.
Probably
I'm not
left.
Sure.
Probably died.
I'm not sure what happened to Harley.
They're under a zone of truth right now.
I know. Mr. Witch just goes, I mean, the only thing we know is Harley decided to leave, but we're not sure if something else happened to him.
And how long have you known that?
Well, since he left. But, I mean, no one told us something bad had happened to him. We just thought he up and leave. He never did quite fit with the group. Much more quiet kid.
How does Burley react to that?
Burley's just like quiet to the side. He's like trying to defuse the situation. He goes kind of looking at the floor, basically.
Because that's his quest line, right? He wants answers to this.
Yes, he does. But he's kind of trying to defuse the situation, looking at the floor right now.
Doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what else to say to these guys to spill the beans. So, I mean, Nightmare can't stop anyone from doing anything. So, I guess everyone's just moving around him.
Okay, Nightmare, these people are gonna go on their parade. Calm down, we can do this
Yeah, they
in a
can
bit.
go on their fucking parade. I don't give a shit. Parade sounds fun. Can we join in? No.
If we called it the Black Parade, would you join?
Oh, that sounds delightful, but could we call it the Rainbow Parade? No, the Black Parade is better.
Yeah. Mr. Light, he starts like leading people away. He's like just doesn't seem to deal well with it. But Mr. Witch just kind of stays back. And as soon as like most of the people have left, he just goes, well, who of you have my little pocket watch? And he just kind of pulls
Oh,
on the
so he
chain.
did notice?
Yeah, he tried to pull it and there was no
I thought I
Wait, at the
distracted
end
him
of it.
before he could get there.
No, he was trying to like he tried to pull it and just noticed it was gone. And as soon as people are gone, she starts like asking for that. But like, so the people have left. Guys, are you going with the parade? Are you staying back?
I'm staying back to try and calm Nightmare down.
Okay.
Keaton has left the tent and is attempting to diffuse the situation by getting people out.
Okay. Evie?
Evie was pretty much standing on stage most of that time. I imagine by now Calm Emotions has ended since that was only 1 minute. So she's still just kind of standing there watching everything happening.
Okay. And Dara, are you there?
I'm still here. I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
I think you just got confused by the weird unicorn thing and just can't move past that.
Pretty much.
Eden, Mr. Light like trying to lead the carnival, and you see some people like staying back, like at the very edge of the tent, trying to like peek into there. But he keeps on leading it, and he's just basically starting to go like towards the Calliope and the lost property, and just kind of trying to do a whole parade around the whole like carnival. And Mr. Witch looks at you, and he goes, "Burley, bring me a seat, please." And like quickly brings it around. He just sits right in front of you and looks up because you're like tall on your centaur form.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "I know the effect that I'm under, and I've been forthright, strictly speaking. But let's rub the facade. We're not allowed to say any of this to many people, because we'll be in big trouble." But
Not allowed? You're not allowed? Like somebody's stopping you from telling the truth? Okay,
Exactly.
sure. You're being controlled. I get it.
that's exactly what's going on.
Uh-huh.
We're not at liberty to discuss any of the things that you're accusing us of. And just for the record, we're not guilty of those things. We just,
From your perspective.
we're not allowed to intervene. But since you are so adamant in knowing what's going on, well, let's discuss it. And he's gonna look up at you. If you could calm down and we talk like adults, which I think are one of those, maybe we could have a chat with your friends here.
Yes, I think a calm, genial conversation is a terrible idea. Everyone should know the truth.
No one can know the truth. We're the only ones who will. And they look at the clown and the panther, like basically all the people who work in here, and just go, "Leave, everyone, please. We'll speak about this."
Don't you all see this is a conspiracy? They're lying to you. I think you should stay and hear what they have to say. If they're your bosses, if you're here, you should know what they're up to.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion
Heck
check
yeah.
with disadvantage, please.
Nice. Persuasion. This is gonna go well. That's a 5.
Okay. Pretty much everyone leaves. But you see Burley kind of sit on one of the in the sitting area, like on the first row, and Mr. Witch just looks at him and nods and goes, "All right, can't stay, Burley. Got nothing to hide from you. We would never dream of hurting Burley. Even I get confused. So, and he looks at you. You wanna? I'm not sure how you would take a sit in that form, but you wanna?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Get on with it.
Very well. And I'll say at that point, we can go ahead and take our 15-minute break, and
Yeah.
we will come back with the conversation at the end of it.
Okay.
Thank you guys for allowing me to blow up like that. I appreciate
You
it.
good? We're coming back at 30 or 32?
33 or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you soon.
Okay.
See you guys in 15 minutes.
Hey. We're back.
Very well. Ah. Yo. Well, we were much like you doing to me, to us now a little bit, coerced into allowing things to happen in the carnival. You see, we are Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, and myself. We're not the original owners of the carnival. And these 3 old bitches that are with her dad, and well, they said they were going to remove our status and make it go back to what we were, where we come from. And it's a very dark place.
So you're saying the witch has cursed me, not you guys. That's really convenient.
That is it. Anyone who doesn't pay an entrance, well, we are not responsible for what happens to them.
But I paid an entrance. I was here legit. My dad gave me cash so I could get in.
The first time,
Yeah.
What about the second time?
The second time I won a competition, you were there.
just some like a little bit fuzzy in the details. Did you actually pay for it, or are you trying to like?
Yeah. No, he did pay to get in, but he stole a unicorn plushie from one of the skill tester award things.
Okay.
Nightmare, did you do something else?
What do you mean?
And Mr. Witch goes, well,
I didn't
we
do
only
anything.
allow things to happen to people who do not comply with the rules, let's say. Otherwise, well, if you assure us that was not the situation, we'll have to have a meeting with them at some point so they can reverse your curse was wrongly put on yourself. You did not do anything else, then that contradicts our rule.
No way. Maybe. No.
As soon as like the maybe comes out, almost instinctively, he raises an eyebrow. Explain.
There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to explain. All I did was steal a toy from one of the rides and abscond with it. But that's not my fault. The game was rigged. And I wasn't very good at it.
What did you pocket? Let's call it.
It was just some dumb toy. My favorite one in the whole carnival.
I think I'm gonna be like, the light bulb goes off in my head, like, I think I know what he stole.
He looks at you. Did you friends of his? What did you help?
It was a unicorn, wasn't it? It was just...
That's right. Maybe.
I'm just gonna like, Nightmare, you dumb idiot. You don't steal stuff from a magical carnival.
Yeah, I know that
Regardless,
now.
You've been punishing this guy for several years over a stuffed toy. That seems awfully harsh.
Punishment isn't what I'd call it. Torture. The days after I left this place the first time were the worst in my life.
And
Nightmare, how bad could it be?
How bad could
You're
it
literally
be?
Yeah, what happened? I mean, all it is you turn into a whir unicorn. That's it.
The first time I did it, it was in front of a couple of my friends. They ran away screaming, right? And then, within a couple of weeks, the whole town was talking about this crazy monster that was going around. So somebody spread a rumor that there was a monster. Somebody spread a rumor that there was a unicorn. And by the next full moon, that doesn't make sense. I would say that. Let me retcon that. From the bit where his friends run away screaming.
okay.
My friends ran away from me. They wouldn't talk to me anymore. And then rumors spread about what was around. They didn't rat me out, but everyone found out there was a monster around. And then by the next full moon, when I couldn't control myself and I turned into this hideous monster again, people came after me. They saw me, they spotted me, they chased me into the forest, and they hunted me down. And it's been like that every full moon since then. Why do you think I carry this lance? Why do you think I carry this shield? Normal people don't walk around carrying weapons.
You never went to like a wizard or a priest or something and said, "Hey,
Oh.
I turned into a whir unicorn." You never thought of doing that?
What, and be torn apart by them? Dissected? I know what wizards do.
We do not dissect intelligent creatures, okay? Unintelligent creatures, it happens, but nothing that can speak.
Yep. You could have told them of like, "Hey, I took a toy from a fairy carnival, turned into a whir unicorn. Get rid of this."
You don't think I tried? You don't think a kid who was running away from his life wouldn't be screaming back at them, "Please don't chase me, don't chase me. I'm not like this normally." They didn't care.
And so after all this, you went full on edgy.
And Dara, do you have any vestige of your family's coat of arms on yourself, like visible?
I have a signet ring.
Okay. When you say that maybe that's a lot of punishment, Mr. Witch has been like waiting for them to give him a moment, and he told you, "I would have to agree with you, Lady Fleeting, but alas, we are." I mean, he doesn't continue the sentence towards you, but looks at Nightmare like in the eyes. There's nothing I can do that will make this right.
goddamn right.
And this whole deal is up because of selfish reasons. We do not want to go back to the dark place we came from.
Which is where exactly?
The shadow fell. Very dark place. We used to run. We were cursed to run a
Yeah, how does it
Carnival.
feel?
Not good, but we got out of it and we do not want to come back. We used to run a carnival, much like this one, but it was intended to rob people of their joy. When we got this one, we fell in love. He goes, I'm sorry. I'm just looking straight in your eyes, Nightmare. I'm really sorry.
I'm so sorry that you were cursed, just like I was. I hope you suffered. Okay, so if you guys can't do anything, how do I find the Wish Witches? Maybe they can help me.
Well, I am going off of a hunch, but I believe you guys were the ones who took my little pocket watch.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was none of us.
I'm gonna step forward. Yeah, we had Cel-onfront take it.
What the
We
fuck?
wanted-
Fergus!
Right. We needed to know what the heck is going on here with the Witchlight with the Hourglass Coven and the Bilna.
They look at Nightmare and go, well, you guys didn't steal it. And just kind of wink. But if it were to make its way back to my pocket, I think I could give you at least a chance to get back what you've lost. To cure yourself of whatever disease was placed upon you.
I just like imagine it cuts to Ethan and Kettle Steam going like, so how much do you think that pocket watch is worth? Maybe we could pawn it for like a small house in the burbs or something, you know?
Yeah, you guys, like, she's like right next to you, kind of leading the parade, and people are just like, the ones like come back like right behind you. They're like still somewhat interested, but you see the last ones, like husbands who were dragged by their wives, not to witness like any drama. Kids who were like, yeah, you shouldn't see this, and like taken away. They're like more like walking, looking back, probably wondering what's going on back at the big top. Yes.
So kind of like, well, Mr. Witch, we can get that watch back to you, and we have Kilfarron, my familiar, go and tell Keaton to, as soon as he can, come back to the big top with the watch.
Well, this isn't, of course, going to make it any better, but I'm getting hungry, and if you guys are as well, we could go back to the staff area, have some roasted pork, beef. People are preparing the food as we speak. Shall we?
I mean, we did just have like 17 tickets worth of sliders and other goodies, but all right.
Yakuri. And Nightmare transforms back out of his centaur form.
Okay.
So, like, the offer of food is your. The sun is going down.
That's right. The sun is going down. You are hungry, and there's food being offered to you.
So you're going to send Kelferin to retrieve the thing, the witch?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, to find Keaton and Kettle Steam, tell them to come to the staff area so we can give the watch back.
Okay. Yeah. You see Keaton, like Kelfern. I mean, you're somewhat familiar with him. He's gonna fly right next to you, and he goes, "Guys, I think we need to give back the watch now. Is there people have come back to an agreement? Please come back to the staff area as soon as you're done." He's gonna secreting to your ear. He can just letting you know what just happened, and that for you to come back to the staff area.
And Kettle Steam at this point is a halfling.
Yes.
I'll pick him up, put him on my shoulders, and fly sort of beeline into the big top.
All right. So as you like, I'll say you've had enough time to like clear the northern circle. As you start like flying away, like just basically leads the people like through the ticket booth, and you see like everyone starts leaving, and you start like quote unquote kicking out, just telling the people to leave, those who are like gossiping around the like outside of the big top. But yeah, you go like over the big top, and Sprite is like chasing you, like flying right next to you, like right next to your face, and like he points at the group who's like sitting around a campfire. They seem like roasting a pork or something there.
I'm
guys,
sitting
what
next
is
to
it?
Nightmare.
Nightmare, you look. Normal's not the right word.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good. Had yourself a Snickers.
Yeah. Yeah, he's eating a slider. I'm fine.
He looks at you, Fergus, and goes, "You asked about Vilna. You're not sure of what happened to her. She used to drop every now and then. Even perform in the carnival. She is, after all, the patron for the home. So I hope we can get you there."
So Sybil's the boss.
Zabilna.
Yes.
What did I say?
You said Zibble.
Yeah. Same thing. So she's the boss. So she can stop this, turn this back. She can help all of us.
Theoretically, yes.
She's definitely a very powerful archfey, so yeah.
Great.
You know,
If anyone could, she would. She'd
Where
be
is
able
she?
to.
on the Feywild, and that is, well, I'm going to give you passage to Kelfern. Just kind of sits like on your shoulder, and Kelsim just kind of whispers to your ear. So, shall we burn the cloak? Shall we?
Yes. Also say you're sorry.
And you see Calliope comes out of the pocket, looks at the floor, hands it over, and goes, I'm sorry, you guys didn't want to talk about. Yes, Sedilna has been hard to contact for the past year. Which just looks at you and goes, I don't know what awaits you on the other side, really. But how it goes well. And Mr. Light kind of comes in at this very moment, and kind of hears the last few words, and he goes, "Oh, are we sending him to the other side? What happened?" And Mr. Witch goes like a gesture to like wait, and he'll tell them. Okay. And Mr. Light just stands in the middle of the, like next to the campfire, and goes, each of you brought joy to this camp, this festival. And he kind of kneels right next to you, Nightmare, and he goes, sorry we let this happen to you. It's a tragedy, really. And he starts like, you see like tears come out of his eyes.
Nightmare rolls his eyes.
But I want to thank everyone else making a great festival this time around. We'll, of course, get to the other side, and if you are in need of something, you can also provide it. As long as it's in our grasp. You know, it doesn't make up for things we lost, or the trauma that created. I'm not sure if Witch told you what happened, but we really are not guilty of what happened to you. I'm sorry. We were selfish. And we want to make things right. He just kind of paints his tears, and then he sits right next to Witch.
I don't want anything from you buttheads. Kettle Steam can have my prize.
Kelton goes, well, that was something. Shall we like have some to eat? Like start like as people are like counting the pork like portions. Is there anything you guys wanna say? Anything you guys wanna do?
I'm gonna kind of take with like either Witch or Light. I'm gonna take Light, Witch to the side and kind of listen. Are you guys also connected to the archway known as Fanak?
Let me. No. They will kind of look at each other. Do you? No, we're not. No, we haven't really been to the Feywild. What? What do you need?
I came here years ago, as I told you guys. When I fell into the Feywild, he showed up and pretty much, in a way, took me in. But it wasn't fully nice. Just kind of weird, very uncaring. you know how the Fae are sometimes.
Too bad your child was taken away then.
Yeah, you guys are so nice. You guys are so joyful. You don't hurt anyone.
Mr. Witchos. Well, it happened before. If you're going, look out for lost kid. Maybe you'll
I will.
help them as no one was able to help you. Is there anything you need from us?
What are we still doing
I
here?
don't suppose.
Do you have any scrolls?
The burly that looks at you, looks at Mr. Witch. Mr. Witch just kind of nods. And Burly just goes, "Follow me. We have someone that lost and found. If you follow, they will take you to the lost and found."
Oh yeah, Evie gets a big smile on her face as soon as he says, "Follow me," and she jumps up quickly. And yeah, she is excited to go see what she can get.
All right. So I can get back to you. I think Fergus, you were going to say something, or did I get that?
How about weapons or like supplies or?
No, we didn't very much weapons inside the carnival, but if you guys want some, food for a few days.
That would work.
The way of weapons really got not shown. Just whatever the hands have for whatever security you might need. And they just kind of not at the clown and goes goes, "Taco, you maybe start preparing some of our rations and food for the guests to take with them. Probably meet them.
Gliders. Just give me a duffel bag full of sliders. I'll be fine.
Sliders.
So one
Nightmare.
other
There's no-
tiny little detail.
Yeah.
Do we get back from the Feywild the same way we're getting there? And if so, how long is this carnival going to be sticking around? I heard it only comes around every several years.
Oh, yeah. We've never been there. As far as we know, it is a one-way door. You guys have to find someone who can help you with the way back. If you manage to find the Vilna, we'll probably be able to help you with that. You were. Time was funky in the Feywild. You might even leave and come back minutes afterwards. Or years could happen, could go by.
As long as I don't have to come
Danger.
back to this dump, I'm fine.
Andara looks mildly horrified. I was
I'm
like, to check on
regretting-
Zybilna. I wasn't really planning to relocate.
I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder, like, don't worry, we're good. Zybilna will be able to put us in good. Once we get out, Zybilna will be able to teleport us out into somewhere, safe, or to here again.
How long did you say you spent last time?
About. I was like 10, so like 16 years.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry. We won't spend as much time there. I know my way around now.
That's cool.
Time flies when you're having fun.
And you were with Evie and I as a kid, right? So that means you spent 16 years there, and it's been about like 10 years or 8 years here. That's very cool.
Well, Evie was at the carnival 16 years ago.
16, gotcha.
Nice.
Interesting.
I think everyone made it 16, maybe.
Well, that means Nightmare's 31 instead of 21. I haven't been
yeah.
playing a 31-year-old, so I guess I was here by myself 8 years ago.
Okay.
You were hanging out with much older kids.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you were like 4 or 5 when you were out, I guess that is pretty young. But
Very young. It's cool. It's cool.
Time works different in the Feywild, so maybe I was there like in another time, and we can retcon that I wasn't there with you guys.
All good. It sounds like Evie and I were at separate carnivals, so whether or not you were with one of us or at a completely different one, we might never know.
I'll say I was at a different one.
Like 200 or 300 years ago. It's like it's been
Maybe.
16 years. Like, no biggie.
I think I was born 16 years ago. So I've definitely not been. Well, I don't know. I have to check my notes.
Let's see. So, just real quick, going back to Evie. Go ahead and roll me a D4, please.
okay. Ooh.
Heck yeah.
Nice. So you come back to the Lost and Found, and there's like a lot of toys, prizes from the carnival itself. But there's a little place where there's like some scrolls, and like they're in these like cubes and whatnot. And Burley just kind of grabs all of them, like passes them over to you. You end up finding four that kind of catch your attention and are like available to you, I guess. Like earn the wizard spell list. So let's see. Let me double check your spell just so I don't give you any already.
And also, if there are any scrolls, and even if you want to take away one or two of the ones you were going to give me, but if there's any scrolls that would benefit any other party members, not that she necessarily knows anyone's classes, but she would grab anything that she found, even if it wasn't just for her class, because she would figure other people might be able to use it.
Okay. Let me get to that. So you get you get first level alarm. You a second level. Cool. You get a second level detect thoughts.
Might I suggest a healing spell? Maybe as of yet, we don't have any potions or anything.
I mean, not that Evie could use them, so
Right, wizards can't use healing. Gotcha.
Wizard spells. And you get, I'll say, get a third level, which is standing. And I'll leave it up to you. You can choose whichever second level that you want. That's like available to you. We'll say that's the one that they have. And as for like looking for things that might benefit the rest of the party, go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
No!
All right.
That is a natural one.
Certainly was.
I'll say you find. You find a cure wound, like first level.
Cool. Okay.
That you're like, okay, I'm not sure if anyone can use this, but it might be useful at some point.
So while Evie's in there, kind of gathering things up and looking around, she's just going to talk to Burley a little bit, and she's just going to ask him, so you were there, what do you make of all of this? I mean, we know they were telling the truth about your brother in the sense that they don't know where he is, but what are your thoughts?
Well, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they opened the doors of the carnival to us. They took it in to be good to us. They're generous. Well, I don't think they do anything harm any of us. Not like I'm happy about it, but since you guys are going, well, you can look out and see if you find him. I hope we can end this deal we have with the witches. It seems very detrimental to the spirit of the carnival. What did you make of it?
I don't know. Some of these people I've just met tonight, and honestly, it sounds like they got a far worse end of the stick than I did. But I've never been to the Feywild, and it sounds like an opportunity to maybe do some good. I just kind of feel like I'm along for the ride, to be honest with you.
You want to go there?
I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely apprehensive of it. It sounds dangerous. but it sounds exciting, and I'm sure I would learn a lot. I'd probably have a lot to take back to the people that I work with at school. That would be pretty cool, but I don't know. I guess I don't feel like I have that much at stake personally.
You have siblings.
Yeah, I have a brother.
You go along with them.
I mean, we haven't seen each other in a really long time, but yeah, we got along as kids.
What would you have done if kidnapped as a kid? Or even
I would do anything to get him back.
Did you do that for me? You cannot go looking for him. I don't feel like I'm prepared or anything like that. I really would like to have him.
Evie will just kind of like nod solemnly and then kind of, you know, not in a rude way, but like, you know, kind of take that as a good point to end the conversation and wrap up whatever she was gathering, and just give him like a nod of respect and start to head back.
All right. You start heading back camp. So back at the staff area. Are you guys discussing anything?
Ando wants to know if the giant cat has anything, any missions for us, but Nightmare's too dumb to ask and also doesn't give a crap.
Here.
Nightmare, I'm sensing you want somebody to ask the cat. You have
What? I was just trying to come up with a stupid way of doing it, but yeah, go ahead if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, I'll ask. What is your name, by the way, the cat?
Name is Durlaground.
Dilla what?
Very interesting name.
Gonna put it in the chat. Durlaground.
Dilla, cool.
You know, we're making a trip.
You need anything?
You need anything? Yeah, let's pick you up a saucer of milk.
Guac.
Some kids
Right.
gone missing in the festival. And my task is to take care of them so they don't go wandering around. Then more successful with the years. But she kind of puts her paw like across her eye, cleans what seems to be the beginning of a tear. Was my biggest failing. My cup. Hard. Missing a few years back, and well, never came back. Maybe, just maybe, she's there and you see they have like almost like a casket, like tied to their neck. They are real quick.
What was the cub's name? Sorry, I missed it.
Star.
Star.
And she tries to open the little cask. She goes, give me a hand opening this.
I'll go up to the keg and pop it open, twist it open, however.
Pop it open. And this like mirrored bowl falls on the ground. That's her favorite toy. If you find her, tell her Mama's been looking for her. Hope she'll come back.
So she gives us the keg.
The mirrored.
Just the mirror.
bowl. Yeah, just the mirrored bowl. Yeah, it's not like a football, like a volleyball, more or less. Volleyball bowl.
Okay, so we've got at least 3 missing parties in the Feywild: Hurley, kids, and a cub.
Yeah, you're not one of the kids, because I mean, kind of.
Didn't Mr. Witch mention kids to Fergus earlier?
Oh yeah, but I mean, I thought that was Fergus like pointing to a side. I'm not,
Yeah. This is Ando
Yeah.
talking,
okay,
Nightmare.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
it
good
was
to know what goals we have as a group going
Okay,
forward.
now you saw the second character come.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, Nightmare wouldn't care.
And looking at Nightmare, she says, thanks for asking. And just like pushes.
I didn't say
the
anything.
bowl
Whatever.
Just kind of pushes the ball, pushes the ball like towards Keaton, but you like it goes like in between Keaton's like legs, and it just falls at Nightmare's feet, lands there and stops, and he winks at Keaton. She winks at him. So, whenever you guys are done eating, we'll get going, I guess. So, yeah, if you guys have anything to say,
Yeah, Pete hasn't eaten anything. This has been a day of gluttony in every which way, so passes on the late night snack.
okay.
It's also just kind of dreary. Like he's like, man, I need to go to sleep. It's been a day.
I've
I will
actually
go
been...
find.
Go on, please.
I'll go find Flasha and tell her there's no time for a singing lesson, but maybe next time.
And well, I could give you some pointers real quick. 10 minutes, maybe, while everyone else is doing their thing. No, I mean, next time will probably be in 8 years. I don't know if you want to, well, if you decide to go for any of those young gentlemen or ladies who have courted you, maybe if you wanna go the singing way to court them, take them, like serenade them, something like that. I don't want you to miss on what I have with my candle food.
All right, give me the clip notes, son.
Sounds like there might be a mechanical benefit to these singing lessons.
I'm getting that sense.
She
Or
really
it tells
becomes
us
level
Andara just
20.
wants a distraction.
She kind of makes you sing just to like assess how you doing with your singing. And she's like, well, you got nice potential here, nice starting voice. And she started like giving you pointers how to like open your mouth, like sing from the diaphragm, never like from the stomach or something like that. And not to force your voice, just do whatever feels like comfortable, but it's still like an effort and it's an art, and she's gonna give you some pointers, like 10 minutes or so that she does that.
I skipped all the lessons that all the snotty noble kids get, so I'm probably not very good.
I'll say she's a very considerable, like 16 wisdom teacher.
Heck yeah.
She manages to pass down some of the knowledge, and at the very end, this is like going back to where everyone is. Like also full of notes and sounds like an improvement from what you had before that. Anybody else wants to do anything before you guys?
I've just got one more quick description. Nightmare, as we've all been, preparing to leave, pulls out a small kind of belt pouch and takes some little liquid vials out of it. And basically he with whatever resources are around him, he washes his face off of all the makeup. And right now his hair is, it's still long and rainbow, like it was in his transformed form. So like every time he transforms, his hair becomes kind of long and wavy and rainbow, and then when he turns back into a person, his hair is still long, wavy and rainbow. So he takes a small pocket knife and he starts kind of cutting away at a lot of the hair, making it look edgy and cool, or as edgy and cool as he thinks it is, and definitely getting it down really short on one side. If he has time, he'll do both sides to make a bit of a top knot kind of situation. And once he's done cutting it, he will use some of the liquid from the vials. Basically, like he pours it out onto his hand, and it's like black ink almost. And he rubs it in between his hands and kind of pushes it through his hair like shampoo, like dry shampoo. And you see it's a disguise kit, and he's using his disguise kit to dye his hair black. And he uses some of the dye and puts it around his eyes, his lips, and then he washes his hands, and the dye is kind of water soluble for skin, but for hair it sticks. So for his fingernails as well are black now, because he had black all over his hands. And so as he washes his hands away, his skin becomes normal colored, but his nails remain black, as well as his hair, and he's got a bit of ink around his face that he doesn't wash away. That's it. Now he's back to normal. Or as normal as he gets. Oh, and he paints his weapons with that ink as well. He spends enough time to paint his weapons.
Okay. Yeah. Like people are like Witch and Light are like sitting around, especially Mr. Witch, like having a little bit more food, start like talking to Borley, and they end up like laughing. So Fergus, Keith, well, I think you said we just weren't eating. Andara, Fergus, Evie, anything you guys want to do before the farewell?
I'm just gonna,
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm just gonna kind of sit down, kind of prepping myself, because there's a lot of traumatic memories and stuff connected to that, and I'm just prepping myself to go back into there. And that's it.
Evie will just, when she arrives back, she will kind of take inventory of what she got and then pull out the scroll of cure wounds and just kind of present it to the party and say, "This is not my kind of magic. This be useful for anyone?"
That's. I mean, it's definitely in a cleric list.
Absolutely. But I'm going to be doing some passive healing most of the time. So perhaps somebody else who can use it who doesn't have inherent health benefits.
Yeah,
I can't cast cure wounds.
Right.
I can.
I'd say
I'll
it should
do
go to
some
you.
light reading. I'll do some light reading of the scroll.
I'll warn you, there's no pictures on this.
Oh, not yet. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
so.
want that then.
And
I prefer scrolls that are like, fuck, what do you call a graphic novel? I prefer graphic novels.
what level was the
First level.
scroll? Just first level.
First level. Yeah. Okay. Andara, you come back from your lesson. You see Nightmare is like painting his lance and his
Daisy Shield.
So, anything you want to do, or shall we continue?
I am all set.
So, Mr. Lion and Mr. Witch, they both of them stand up and look at their helpers. Well, everyone, then should get back to bed. We'll go to rest in a few minutes as soon as we help our guests. But you should start heading your places, and everyone starts going into the little tents and wagons that they have around. Which kind of lead, and you see Light is looking back at you kind of nervously, and starts leaves in this direction here, to the southern part of the staff area, and the thorn just part for him to pass. He doesn't even have to do any waving gestures or anything. And just gestures for you guys to follow. And they basically lead you to the entrance of the whole evolution.
Oh, interesting.
Not this place again.
Sorry. Yeah, we know it's quirky. We like it. Probably last time, hopefully. Yeah, Mr. Light as he crosses his fingers. They start going in, and you see as Witch and Light move through the Hall of Illusions, the reflections in the mirrors show them this sad, gloomy, shattered Kai children. Shattered Kai are
Wow.
elves, sort of dark elves, not quite drow. They lighter skin and everything, but dark hair and dark eyes.
And their children? Like their true form is children? Fuck. Nightmare's
no.
heart. Oh, they just
No,
walk
that's just
past the child mirror.
The child mirror, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Nightmare's heart does not grow 2 sizes that day then.
And you see like Mr. Witch used to be like a very thin, like almost malnourished kid. And around the part where the mirrors now reflect you guys' true form, you see Mr. Witch seems like a thin guy actually. It looks like he's put on some weight. He looks like very thin. Mr. Witch just look at you, everyone, and it's everything you seek and more. Like beyond this mirror. If you are determined to step through, stand in front of the glass and repeat his line.
You said the mirror. Oh, excuse me. You said the mirror shows our true selves.
Yes. This particular one seems to like show
Interesting.
like how you actually look.
Yeah.
And he goes hither, here and there, wonder yonder, show me where. And I'm just giving the handouts. Right for. And he just kind of steps to one side just to make way for you guys.
Did anyone look different in the mirror to what they look like in reality?
Keith does.
Heck yeah. Nightmare does as well. Would you like to go first, or would you like me?
Please, after you.
He's wearing the same outfit, but his hair is brown and a little bit curly around the edges, and he's crying. The reflection is crying. That's the only difference.
Keaton is his skin color is different. Rather than a sort of purple color, he is a light blue instead of white hair. There is dark, almost like espresso brown hair, and the facial markings are not present. Same clothing, same equipment, just sort of superficial changes taking place in his body.
Cool.
The only difference for Evie would be her hair color, which, you know, is obviously not natural. It would be a darker kind of chestnut brown, maybe.
Fergus looks pretty much the same, but he doesn't have the facial markings either on him.
Just to one side and goes, wants to go first. And
Let's all do it at the same time in all hands.
Heck yes. No way.
I go, well, everyone has to do a portal. And doesn't just closes as soon as anyone steps through.
How do we know we're going to the same place then?
Well, I'm sure that you're not going to believe me.
You've never been there.
No, I guess not, but
I think Keaton's right. I think we should all say it at the same time and walk through at the same time.
For science.
Precise.
Get this over with. Evie is going to step up to the mirror and then take a breath and say, "Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where."
Nightmare scrambles to catch up.
Just mist swirls in the mirror and blots out your reflection, and it's like blue light like opens and it's like swirling around, like gives off some energy and like a small sound.
Evie will just pause for another beat, take a big breath, and then step in.
All right.
Nightmare tries to do it as quickly as possible so that he makes sure that he goes to wherever she goes. Hang on, let me get it up so I can actually butcher it properly. Hither to the here, there, what the yonder, show me where! And he runs in as soon as it opens up. Evie!
Opens up and you see Niner just poof, it fades away.
Furcus is gonna walk up and put his hand on the glass. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where, and walk through.
Anything who wants to go next?
Team gesture today.
So chivalrous. So she'll step up, she'll kind of take a deep breath and go, okay, maybe it'll be just a few minutes in this world or in this plane. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where.
Okay. It goes. Well, if you're last to go, couple of commendations. Mind the rule of three. Everything comes in three. This was future, present, and past. And Mr. Light goes, there's three rules. The rule of hospitality, the rule of ownership, the rule of reciprocity. You should ask really what they are, the names, before you do anything. Cel-onfront kind of steps to one side and goes, well, Nightmare didn't say goodbye.
Oh.
Tell him goodbye for me. And if you find yourselves in these parts, you come out. I'll hang around Lusk and perhaps.
I'll make sure to tell him. And sorry, I may have judged you too harshly before. It's just really kind of pissing me off. But you totally redeemed yourself.
I can be an asshole, I know.
That's all right. We all have our moments. Before I start the quote or the incantation that activates the portal, just nod my head to both Witch and Light. Thank you again so much for all you've done, not only today, but for the course you set in my life on. Again, I can't thank you enough. Takes a deep breath. Hither, thither, here and there. Wander yonder, show me where. Slowly start walking through the.
Okay, as you start like walking towards the mirror, you hear, in there, reality can really be whatever you choose. Be careful. Can go both ways in this. And you guys, you know when you like close your eyes, I don't know if this thing happens to me, so I don't know if it applies. Like you keep them closed for a really long time, and you see sort of like colors flowing,
Yeah.
start appearing. That is kind of what you guys see for a few seconds. Mainly kind of purple, orange colors, just kind of flow, and then, well, Evie, you're the first one, and you stand at the edge of this raised, kind of like a very tall bridge. It looks a little bit like the Roman sewage systems that they used to build. They look almost like bridges. Aqueducts, there you go. Like sort of like that, around the same size. And that's the only thing that you managed to catch as Nightmare just kind of like comes back like running and almost like hits you a little bit on the shoulder and almost goes over the edge, and you manage to like grab him by the scruff.
JJ.
Nightmare.
And the bridge is like built from pale stones. It seems to like glow faintly from within. You look at the floor and it just like glow in and out. It just towers over this surrounding landscape. And then Fergus steps in. And Fergus, you left from Prismere, right?
Yeah, I escaped from Prismere. I was
Prismere.
like, I ended up in, when I first came into the Feywild from the carnival, I was in another part of the Feywild. Then the villain helped me get out, and I exited from Prismere.
Okay. Well, Prismere used to be a very filled with life place. And at least the part that you are in right now doesn't really remind you of that. You see this swamp just filled with fog. You can only see like patches here and there. It spreads out below you in all directions. You see like rotting plants that actually smells kind of bad as like you step through here. Like rotting plants and like nature and vegetation just not very nice. But then comes like Andara. And you like croaking frogs and singing birds, and just tree leaves just rustling from the wind, kind of hit you all at the same time. This discordant symphony of nature, say. And you guys are like at the edge of this bridge, and you see like about I don't know, maybe a few thousand feet, perhaps. It continues, but you're like standing right on the edge of where it breaks off. But you don't manage to find any like debris around there. And after like close to a minute or so of you guys like standing around, Keaton appears out of nowhere from behind you guys.
You long enough, butthead.
Kel seems pretty mad that you didn't say bye.
Kettlestein knows the score, you know. Buds for life.
She said to Meter and Luskin.
Sweet.
Friend here for 16 years, just remember that.
Quick question, DM. Does everyone look like their appearance normally in the outside world, or do they look like their like their true appearance that we saw in the mirror?
You guys look the same.
Okay.
So as you like take it all in, okay. What is it that has Keaton and Evie. Wait, what's nightmare stuff? I think I believe it's token. He disappeared. I just
Passive perception is 14.
14. Okay, yeah. So, nightmare and you guys catch to the east where you are in the distant sky a great balloon made out of like patchwork materials or all sorts of like cloth, like different colors and everything, and it's like spiraling and spinning out of control as like it's been like punctured.
Keaton, do you see that?
There's like a basket. It's hanging from it, and it's just swinging wildly. And then it just plunges out of sight. Disappears into the fog, basically, about a mile or so away.
Nightmare points towards it and says, Keaton, see that?
Yeah, I wonder what's going on over there.
That would alert everyone else to the presence of the balloon as well.
Yeah. So, as you guys like look over, yeah, you can see the edge of the balloon just disappearing into the fog.
Let's check it out.
At this point, I think it's a good stopping point for next session.
Heck yeah, we made it to the Fae, guys.
One last thing.
Yep.
Just ask like what time of day it is in the Feywild.
Oh right, I was thinking about it and I forgot about giving you this. You first you're like amused and captivated by what's down there, but as you look up, it seems to be dusk. Like the whole sky basically looks orange, like this orange, like the dust. And there's a little bit of like purple on the horizon, a little bit patches, and also everywhere where you guys are standing, there is at first sight they look like maybe fireflies, but you realize they're more like sort of like this glitter that just shines and titillates and like goes in and out and all around. It looks like little stars all around the guy.
It's like flecks of light going in and out of existence, kind of thing.
kinda, yeah. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if there's an image.
are you guys familiar with luminescent plankton on the water?
Yeah.
Sort of like that. It goes in and out. Basically. Yeah, kind of picture. Yeah. Okay. So I think that is going to be our session for tonight, guys.
Heck yeah.
One last thing before I go. I'm about to. I got like a little distracted about an hour ago. I came across this website. It's like AI generated artwork, and I was just like plugging in stuff that was in the current campaign. And I feel like if we ever need like if we're changing settings and just need like a vibe, like they're like both representative and abstract at the same time. It's like super accurate.
Can you show us one of the artworks that you've generated?
Oh yeah, I should have posted
Oh,
it.
heck yeah. Yep,
Character,
got it.
Character. Whoa, that looks sick.
I didn't have to do anything but type in those phrases and click a button.
Very cool.
That's kind of terrifying. That's an AI.
Yeah, can you send the link over?
Oh yeah, shoot.
I want to play around with that.
Copy.
Definitely want to play around.
Yeah, it's fun. I was like captivated for like 30 minutes. Probably is going to affect the recap, but
I'll send you a link to the VOD,
right.
which I should be doing every week, but I don't remember.
Also, I've been tuning in every week. I've seen you, and I catch it after the thing's over, but a couple occasions you're like, "Who's the other person in chat?" And I just like don't see it until it's logged on.